Pete Frates, of course, is the man who first inspired the ice bucket movement. He grew up in Beverly, graduated from BC in '07, where he was captain of the baseball team. And at the age of 27, as you know, he was diagnosed with ALS. And last year, as he and his family and friends were looking for a creative way to raise money for research into the disease, they gave birth to the Ice Bucket Challenge. Joining me now is Nancy Frates, the mother of the movement, who also happens to be Pete's mother. You know, to put this in context, people probably know this. The year before you all started this, $3 million, less than $3 million raised by all ALS research, almost $250 million in the next year. What's next? Can you, I mean, you want to keep this going, I know, till there is a cure. What's next? What happens this August on the
So as you saw Dr. Perrin say, that the money that we raised last year is, you know, just increasing the speed at which we're going to get drugs to trials. The thing is now is that researchers in ALS, because it was a little unknown disease, rare disease, the researchers spent half their time at the bench and the other half writing grants, trying to raise money. And what the Ice Bucket Challenge has done is we're able to go in now to these labs and say to these researchers, stay at the bench, keep doing the work that you educated yourself to do. The families are going to raise the money.
And you're still raising more money.
We have continued to raise money. The momentum, the ripple effect has continued and coming back at you.
Did you bring me a gift? What is this?
I did. I brought you a little gift.
What is that thing?
Well, through our friends at Facebook who have partnered with us this year, completely in support of us, they took us and submitted the Ice Bucket Challenge as a campaign to the Cannes Creative Arts Festival last year, where the global community of advertising and PR world all gather to award these beautiful little lions.
Is that what that is?
That is an actual Cannes lion, gold lion, and I'm happy to report that Facebook entered our campaign into 13 categories. We won 10 gold lions, and we won the Grand Prix for Good. So I love the word that we won Grand Prix for Good, because what it is it validated that this just showed the goodness of people.
Yeah, I mentioned in the beginning your son gave birth to this movement. He and his wife also gave birth to something else, what, 10 months ago?
Yes.
This little Lucy, look at the look on your face. August 31st, you told me that's the birthday. What's this meant in his life? I mean, I know he's having a tough time. I know I read he's on a ventilator. How has this affected Pete's life?
Oh, it's affected Pete tremendously. Unfortunately, in ALS, there are many hurdles that are very personal decisions that a patient has to make. And one of the hurdles is to go on a ventilator. When the disease moves into the diaphragm and stops the diaphragm from working, it's a very personal decision. Unfortunately, only 15% of ALS patients choose to go on a ventilator. It's a very, very hard road. Pete made that choice a long time ago, and Lucy is the inspiration and joy to him to make that choice and to live.
You know, every time, I asked you last time I saw you in December, does this guy ever feel sorry for himself? The answer is no. Does he ever step back and say to himself, I changed the world? I mean, he has changed the world. Does he ever allow himself to think those kind of thoughts?
Well, if he doesn't think it, I continually remind him of that. As his mother, I go in and talk to him about it. Really, I'm the beneficiary here, Jim. This is my son. I groomed him to be a leader. Wasn't quite sure what he was going to lead. He has changed the world. Unfortunately, this disease has completely debilitated him. And I'm the fortunate one because I get to go out. I get to speak to you. I get to hear these things. He just sits there and smiles.
Well, no, that is not true.
Oh, no.
He doesn't just sit there and smile. And I know he has that baby and he's working for a cure. I go on Twitter the other day to check out your kid's Twitter page, which I do quite regularly. Here's what pops up. Basic human rights, tragic. Hey, Ted Cruz. This is after Ted Cruz says how tragic the 24 hours were with the Affordable Care Act, the same-sex marriage decision. Come hang with me for a day. I'll show you tragic, your kid writes. Hashtag ignoramus. Hashtag love wins. I mean, is that,
That's
I think I'd love this guy if I knew him.
Oh, you definitely would. He will. He does not hold back on his opinions. That's for sure. And he will tell you exactly what he feels about you. And you know what? How simply put that was.
Let me tell you something, and I'll say what everybody watching would say. You, your family, and most importantly, Pete, have changed the world.
Oh, thank you.
Please send him our best.
I will. And if I can just say one thing.
You can say anything you want.
every August until a cure. We're coming back at you this August.
I love
Thank
that.
you, Jim.
Nancy Frates, it's great to see you.
Thank you. Great to see you.